Hey, what is going on, guys? What is going on? Welcome, welcome, welcome aboard. It's another X-Plane 1972 live stream. Today being a Wednesday, so it's going to be a couple of relaxed flights today. Right now, we're sitting right here in good old Denver, Colorado. And as usual, beautiful skies out in Denver with the sky just lit up by XNViro 1.08. And this is exactly what Colorado looks like, especially Denver. Got the mountains over here, which we're going to be heading in that direction, heading all the way out to Salt Lake City. And as you could tell, if you look far in the distance, you could see the downtown scenery for Colorado. And it is what it is. This is way out in the middle of nowhere, but it just borders by mountains on one side and flatland all the way going back east on the other side. But today we're taking one of my favorite airplanes out. This is the Flight Factor A320. We're flying on Delta and we are heading out to Salt Lake City. And let's just jump on board here real quick and get the AFB up and running. And so we can open up a couple of things that we're going to need as we step back out the aircraft here and just load everything up. I love the CFB. I mean, it's so versatile in what you can do with it. You know, even from outside the plane. Call up the ground power. Here it is coming up. Let's call up the cargo loaders on it. Doors open up, loaders show up. They go up to the plane. And we're going to call up also the gate for the door, which opens up on the other side. And finally, we'll call up the fuel truck. Here it shows up. Huge, huge, huge fuel truck. Running over everything. Almost as big as the airplane itself. But we're set up here. We're going to be on Pilotedge today. Nice and easy flight over to Salt Lake. Hopefully this flight goes smooth without any drama. And we can all sit back, relax, and enjoy this one as we head out. Jump in the cockpit here. And as usual, before anything else, check out the battery. 28 volts on each side, so we're good. Start up battery 1. Voltage basically remains the same, 7.6 volts. Battery 2, 27.6, so battery is holding steady. And we have available ground power. Power up the airplane, so we'll just go ahead and hit that. And that lights up all our screens and the plane is initializing itself because this is just basically one big giant computer. That's what it is. Right away we'll go ahead and just set these to nav so we can start aligning the ADIRSs. And then let's make sure it comes up to the align position. There you go. And we'll jump down over to our MCDU here. And just to let you know, we're running the most current air rack right now. It's 180301. We have it on Aerosoft, but as of this recording, Flight Factor has the new Navigraph air rack, but they're testing it for a couple of days, so it's not going to be available for us to fly today. Anyway, init page, we're going for KDEN over to KSLC, Salt Lake City. Very, very beautiful scenery over there done by Mr. X. I've flown into it many a times and keep going back to it because we just love it. We're going to be on Delta 2806. Just putting all the pertinent information here. And we're going to leave these for now until we look up the flight plan on SimBrief and see what we're going to put in for the flight level and the cost index and so forth. But align the RS. There you go. So that will set us on the road to get this aircraft up and ready to go. And as usual, let's go over there to the, I want to show you guys something new that hopefully is here that I just got installed. You know what? I upgraded the airplane and I actually got rid of it. There's a new tab that somebody made a development for that loads up my Navigraph right away. But it's all good. I'll load it in next time. But let's just go to charts, that Navigraph. Next time we take this plane out, we're not going to have to type anything in. It's just going to be on a separate tab by itself. It's going to say charts over here. And this is all loaded up. Let me just pull up Denver real quick. on here, and we'll just leave that in the meantime. And this will just show our location on the field. Hit that Navigraph link button. Here we go. So this is where we are on the field. Denver. Perfect. We got that. One more tab. Do sim brief, because that's how we do sim brief all the time. It's just a good flight planner to have. One of the few that's out there, but sim brief is my preferred one right now. Explain 1972. And then already have the flight plan mapped out and filed on Pilotedge. I'm just going to pull it up here for reference so we have it. There it is. I'm going to Denver, Salt Lake City. Flight time hour 13 minutes. A little bit amount of fuel. And we're going to go up to flight level 380. Alright, so good to go. Go back to charts real quick, because one important thing that we do, but before we do that, let me let everybody know that somebody's on the airplane. So the first thing you want to do is come on, turn on the nav light. That indicates to people that, hey, there's people on this plane. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the no smoking sign for now. Seatbelt sign can stay off. The emergency light, we're going to head and arm that. And those are basically all the lights that we need right now. Let me check the temperature over in Denver. Outside air temperature, 15 degrees. Not a bad temperature. So let's start the APU and just get this cabin up to maybe like 22 degrees Celsius there. And that way we can have the cabin at a very comfortable temperature. Make sure this is going to come up. Should see the flap open. There it is. Flap's opening, and then the it's starting. N1 is rising and EGT is going up, so they're putting in fuel. So that should be available soon. And then I'm just going to lower these a little bit for the temperature in the cabin. Good to go. Alright, so while that's doing its thing, let us look up the ground clearance for Denver. That way we can call up and get our clearance, make sure that the flight plan we filed is valid. 118.75 is clearance. And make sure we have audio with Pilotedge. 118.75. Alright, make sure that Pilotedge is going to be on board for us. And we'll listen in for a second. Don't hear anybody as yet, but we'll call up anyway and just get our clearance real quick. Make sure it's valid. Good afternoon, Denver clearance. Delta 2806. Aha! Yeah, of course we don't hear anybody. We're going to have to log on to Pilotedge for this one. Definitely. VRDAL. Almost forgot. Yeah, we got to log on. Without that, we'll be talking to dead air, man. So, let's do
Connected to Pilotedge.
There you go. And make sure our frequency's in there. 118.75 for clearance. Now let's call it up. Good afternoon, Denver clearance. Delta 2806 requesting IFR clearance to Salt Lake City. It looks like APU is available. We'll
Delta 2806 Denver clearance on request, standby.
Alright, APU bleeds on. And if we come down and look at the air conditioning here, you'll see that it's pumping in some warm air into the cabin, get it from 12C to about 22C like the cockpit is. Cockpit is normally warmer just because, hey, it's up front with all the electronics, avionics, all that stuff. And you got this big window in front of you with the sun in front of it, so that's what we do. And while we're waiting on clearance, we can go over to sim brief here and start loading up our fuel requirements.
Delta 2806, clear to Salt Lake City International Airport, foot 3, departure to the Kremlin VOR, then as filed. Climb via the SID, squawk 62, correction, squawk 6323.
And that's clear to Salt Lake City via the foot 3 departure. Kremlin transition as filed, climb via the SID, and squawk 6323, Delta 2806.
Delta 2806, read back correct.
Alright, we got our clearance. It's good. Let's just put in the squawk code before we forget it. 6323 is the squawk code. Come down here. Clear, clear. 6323. Alright, awesome. We're going to put it on all traffic, TARA, and then we're ready to go, we'll put it on. Alright, so we got our clearance. Flight plan was good. Simple flight plan it is. But let's look at fuel. Total block fuel with APU and everything and taxi should be 5820. Let's go over here to service and go to the fuel. Put 5820. 5820. One of these days I'll take this Airbus on a longer flight, but for today it's going to be just a 1 hour 20-minute flight. Back over to SimBrief again. I mean, this is the holy grail of information for your flight. It's looking at total passenger load as 136. I think that's going to be a full pax load here. 136 passengers. Yep, 136. And let's set that. Good. All right, so passenger is set, and we can look at our perf data right now. Total zero fuel weight on board is 54.2. Let's see what SimBrief says our zero fuel weight should be. 58. So we need like 4,000 more. So we can come back over here to the service and just add an additional 4,000 more to the cargo. Make that 5. Set that. Go back to the perf data. 58.2. That's what's in the airplane now. And SimBrief is saying we need 58. So that's perfect. We are good to go right there. So we're all set up with the load for the airplane. I mean, it's beautiful. That's quick. I like that. IRSs have been aligned already. So we can come here, and since we're already on that page, go back over SimBrief real quick. And before we put in our flight plan, let's just put in our cost index. Cost index on this CI is going to be 12. And our cruise level is 380 right here. Okay. So cost index is 12 and 380 on the level. 12 cost index here. And 380 is the altitude for cruising. Sweet. So that page is done. We don't have to worry about that page anymore. And we can also request the fuel that we just put in. Was at 58.0. Request it. And 58.3. So we're good to go.
Surfair 141.
And for the flight plan, let's just pop this up.
Surfair 141 moderate icing, which type?
Come back over here. And simple flight plan today. Foot 3, Kremling, direct EKR, and then Lehigh 5. That's what we're going to be doing. So if we go to flight plan here, out of Denver, you know what? We need to know what the runway is. Let's pull up the ATIS real quick. Almost forgot about that. Somebody mentioned the other day, like, how many steps you got to do to set up on these airplanes, and it's really a lot of steps, but hopefully you can get a flow going. I remember all that stuff. Let me go ahead and play the ATIS here so we can all hear it. Let's see. Alright, based on the ATIS out of Denver right now. For some reason it's not going to play, but it's fine. Out of Denver, it is 10-mile visibility. Scattered clouds, 1600. Wind is calm at 5 knot. The altimeter is 2986. And let's see what runway they're using. We have 5 knots, 2986. And you know, let's look at the charts. Normally out of here they give you a runway 25. Since it's variable 5 knots, I'm gonna go runway 25. Let me just also put in the the 2986 here, since I just read it off. 2986. There we go. Okay. All right. So we say runway 25 is what we're going to be using for takeoff. And back to the flight plan here. SimBrief. We're doing foot 3. That's foot 3 departure. And RLG transition. So there we go. Just see if there's an RLG in here. There you go. No problem. And we'll go over the steps in this flight plan, make sure we have all the necessary waypoints that we're supposed to go. But we have it up to RLG. Direct EKR. Echo Kilo Romeo. There. And then that takes us in our star into Salt Lake. Lehigh 5. Salt Lake City. Arrival. And it's showing 16 right. That might change. But let's put in 16 right for now. ILS 16 right. There you go. Here we go. Depends on what the winds are too, that's why. And it's going to be the Lehigh 5 arrival. Lehigh 5, here we go. Good. So we could have our flight plan in and come over here real quick and run through and see if we have any discontinuity. Here we go, we got one right there. We're going to clear that. Okay. Go back to that. Sorry, clear. That's there you go, that's one. There's another one right there. We're going to clear that too, if we can. Sometimes you can't clear one of these when you get to manual, which is a vector to the runway itself, so we'll leave that alone. And one more thing we have to do from the beginning of this plan. Alright, let's leave that alone. Come back over here, kill that. Come to the plan page. And then we just step through this plan and make sure that everything looks the way it's supposed to look. Alright. And here we go. We go runway 25 out of here. Intercept to Mugabe and Rono. And we're just going to follow that plan all the way over. Make sure everything looks good. So far, no problem. Looks good. We're going to go downwind and get vectors and come back to the airport. Alright, that plan looks perfect. We're going to insert that. And bring this back to, we can even have the hold instruction at the end of it. Sweet, perfect. Alright, so the plan's in. We are confident that at least the airplane is going to fly something that resembles a decent flight plan itself. Alright. Also got to come here and do all the perf data now. Transition altitude is 18,000 feet. Hey, what's going on, John? Good evening, man. Good evening to everybody also. Let me just set this up and I'll pay attention to chat, but thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. Alright, so the transition is 18,000. We got to look at something on the perf data here. Very important. The trim position. The trim position is going to be up 0.6. That's going to be very important. Always basically a flap 1 takeoff. So 1/up 0.6. There we go. And we're going to flex it out of here. We're in Denver, so it's high altitude up here. Was it like 8,000 feet or something? Or 6,000? Mile High City, no, 6,000 feet, yeah, 5,000 and some change. So we don't want to flex it too much. Flex 40, so we can get some decent climb power out of here. That's good. And then we can do V2 139, VR 135, 133 for V1. Runway is long enough for us to not have an issue to get out of here with that. Alright. Okay. And most or all the pertinent information are in the airplane. One of the good ways to know this is that the speed goes into manage mode, that little dot right there, heading into manage mode, that little dot. And all we got to do is look at the SID and put in the appropriate altitude and make sure it's in manage mode. And we're going to find the SID over here in the Navigraph charts on it. And what was that again? The foot 3. Let's go ahead and pull that up. We had a Rockies 3 the last time we used this, so let's go look for the foot 3. Foot 3. Alright, here's a foot 3, and we're assuming that we're getting runway 25, right? So basically, with that, runway 25, climb heading 263, intercept the course to Mugabe, above 10,000, top altitude, flight level 230. If I went back to the clearance, he didn't give us any restrictions on the altitude, so we can go ahead and dial in 230 in the top altitude over here. Love this in Airbus. You can dial it by hundreds or thousands. Click it, get thousands, and just go up to 230 real quick. You don't have to scroll. That's pretty awesome. Let's make a quick announcement to the passengers here.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome aboard from a flight deck. This is your captain speaking. I want to thank all of you for being with us today. We're just getting the last of the luggage stowed on board and we should be departing on time in just a few minutes. I will be speaking to you again later on, so thanks again and enjoy the flight.
Alright, gotta be polite to the passengers, man. You gotta make announcements for them. Let them know that they're in good hands and we're gonna be all set up to go. Let's remove all the services. We can move the baggage loaders. We can remove the fuel truck. And then we'll leave the passenger door for a sec here. And looks like we're good. Alright, so cabin door is still open on that one. And the electrical, we are on ground power and stuff. So let's go ahead and disconnect the ground power because we have APU bleed and APU available. There we go. Ground power is off. Can bring on the fuel pumps.
Aspen clearance at Clipper 189.
So we are self-sustaining basically. So we're good to go there.
Clipper 189
That
Aspen
is all
clearance.
checked out.
Clipper 189, request IFR to Jackson Hole, please.
Clipper 189. Clear to Jackson Hole Airport. Lens 8 departure. Meeker transition. Echo Kilo Romeo. Direct Rock Springs VOR. Oscar Charlie Sierra. Then as filed. Climb via the SID.
Alright. There we go.
Squawk 7144.
Alright, so let's see. We're going to be pushing back nose
Clipper
to the left.
189 is clear to
Because
Jackson
runway
Hole.
25 is
Lens
down
8 departure, Eker.
So we're going to
Direct.
call the pushback
Oscar
truck.
Charlie Sierra.
Get out of Denver.
File, climb via the SID 71445.
Here we go.
Clipper 189, read back correct.
Updated better pushback plugin. Should have some new voices on here. I'm not sure when you get them or how you get them, but we'll see if we can get some new voices on this thing. Alright, request the pushback.
Ground to Cockpit.
Yakima
There we go.
clearance,
Please show me where you want to go.
492220, IFR to ready.
Exactly. Let's delete that pushback right there.
Number
Put it on in.
4922 Zulu Yakima clearance. Clear to the Reading Airport. Natchez 4
This is
departure.
more like it.
Radar vectors
Right here.
Yakima.
Good.
Then as filed. Climb and maintain 10,000. Expect flight
Yeah,
level
that
270.
voice you just
10
heard
minutes
is
after
Jossie
departure.
Gibbs' girlfriend. He's a streamer on Twitch.
Chinook departure
So-
frequency 123.8. Squawk
And
3610.
while they're doing that, let's go ahead and close up the door. There's a door right
Mitsubishi
here.
4922 is cleared to Reading.
Close it.
Natchez 4 departure,
You'll see it
vectors
actually
to
close.
Yakima, then as filed.
There goes the door.
Maintain
We are
10,000,
closed.
expect flight level 270, 10 minutes after
Alright,
departure.
and here comes the pushback
Departure
truck
frequency
right now, so we can go ahead and turn on the
123.8,
fast
squawk
seatbelt sign.
3610.
Turn on the beacon.
RT22 Zulu, read back correct.
And also arm
Surfair
the
141,
turn on
contact
the
Los Angeles Center 134.65 today.
TCAS. So we are squawk mode Charlie now, so they can see us when we push back and all that stuff. And I think in Denver you don't need any request to push back from the tower now
Okay,
or the
all
ground.
doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Go ahead and connect. Oops. Rip. This is pretty cool right here to watch. Yeah, her voice is sexy. Show me where you want to go. Yeah, nice. Alright, hooking up the airplane. I never get tired of this view right here. This view is always cool to me to watch. Just the detail and level of how they do this pushback plug-in. Alright, I released the parking brake. Check's ready to go. Get out of here. Alright,
Starting pushback.
so we're in manage
Make our
mode.
engines.
And there goes the gate. Nice. Nice indeed, man. It's so nice to come home from a long day of work and just jump in a stream and jump in a beautiful aircraft and just get it going.
Big ground
This is really awesome.
Number T4 Whiskey, Olympia ground.
For whiskey, okay, by Yakima.
Number T4 Whiskey, clear to Yakima Airport, L3 departure, 1 p.m.
Alright, let's get these engines turned over and get out of here.
3000.
We can go on the ignition to start mode, and we're going to
3472.
start, here we go, we got the screen, start engine number 2.
4 Whiskey's clear to Yakima, Yeldon 3 departure.
See if we got rotation. Oh, you know
Yeah,
what?
it's file.
Do I have pressurization set? Bleed.
120.4,
Bleed is on. Hold on.
Station T4 Whiskey, after read back
Houston,
correct, and
we have
actually
a
it's going to be
problem.
climb via SID and
Maybe
accept
I didn't
maintain
wait long enough.
3000. So climb via the SID, accept maintain
Alright,
3000 to be
APU
radar
bleed
vectors
is
to
on.
Olympia.
That's good.
Columbia
We
to
got
Sid with
power.
vectors to Olympia.
Let's
2
try this
Whiskey,
one more
climb
time.
maintain 3000.
T4 Whiskey, read back correct.
Engine start valve, low start air pressure. How is that? Never seen that before. Okay, turned it off. See if we can kick over engine number 1. Not sure what we're dealing with here. Engine number 1. There we go. Engine 1 is kicking over first, so we will go with that and see. Maybe there's a cross speed valve that I didn't check or something like that, but we'll watch engine number 1 spool up. Also, remind me to save state just in
American
case
686, contact Albuquerque
I didn't
Center
have to
134.6.
put in my my airplane key to. Sometimes when you update the airplane, you got to put in your activation key again for DRM purposes, but didn't have to do it this time, or didn't say that, but just to make sure, I'm going to save a state just in case it kills us after takeoff. That's usually where this plane gets you, is after takeoff. If you don't put it in, it'll just, engine will die on you and you're done. But
American 686 Albuquerque Center, roger, good afternoon.
alright, so that is engine number 1 is up, and it's stabilizing.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
Setting the parking brake, ma'am. There you go. Alright, we have engine
Disconnecting
number
tow.
1.
Stand by.
Just see if there's any bleed switches that we miss up here. No? And we can also come down here and check the bleed pressure. There we go. That's what I wanted to look at. APU bleed is on to 1. Oh, it wasn't on to 2 for some reason. But we should have some cross bleed going on. Yeah, we need some bleed here. There's a cross bleed. Okay, so the cross bleed just came up from engine number 1. That's new. Never seen that before. So we should be able to kick over engine number 2. Let's do that. Let's watch it. N2's got to start rising. No bleed.
Tow is disconnected and bypass bin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Have a safe flight to you too. Okay. Engine bleed off. Engine bleed on. That's good. APU bleed is on. Now I've never done a cross bleed start on this. Let me go ahead and turn off the packs for now. That will probably give us more air pressure. And oh, there we go. What does happen? Shut on the bleed valve. No, auto. There we go. That's what it is. Ah, somehow I probably hit that switch. Here we go. So now we have APU bleed to engine number 2, 36 psi. That should be able to give us a start without a problem. And let's try that. There we go. We got ignition. We have N2 rotation. Well, there you go, folks. You're wondering if this airplane is highly detailed. It definitely is. So, that's what it was. For some reason, it looks like I flipped a switch here. The bleed switch, didn't realize it was in shut, so we were only able to start 1, but we're good to go now. Yeah, John, that's that new better pushback plugin I downloaded with those new voices on there. It's really good to go. Yeah, this airplane you could do packs off, takeoff on it, and some altitudes, and then turn the packs on before 10,000 feet so it can start pressurizing. So that's a normal operation to do. All right, that's the starter cutout sound I just heard there. And once the engine is available, there you go, stabilize. We can go ahead and turn the packs back on. These people are probably freezing right now. We can also turn off the APU bleed, and we can turn off the APU. Good to go. Alright, so something different there. And beacons on, nav's on, seatbelt signs on. That's good. We'll set up our configuration for takeoff, auto brake max, and ground spoilers. We can arm those. That's good to go. And we can also check, hold on, make sure that we have our flight controls. Let me turn off the bleed page here for a sec. And put it back to ignition normal. There we go. And check our flight controls. There we go. So aileron to the left, to the right, down, up, rudder right, rudder left. We're good. And then the trim, we can set the trim position up 0.6. Yeah, up, down. Good. Set off. Alright. We're good. Disaster averted here. Airplane sounds kind of quiet. Oh, there we go. We're running. Good. Hey, what's going on, Basti? Thanks for joining, man. Yeah, definitely. We'll talk about that a little bit once we get in flight about the comments on the X-Plane forum. Somebody had to say it, so. All right, and let's go over here, pull up our ground frequency, and request taxi out of here. And Denver ground, let's see, east and west. I would say we are on the west side. Let's try 127.5 on the ground. 127.5. And we do have the weather, yes. Good to go. And make sure that when he gives us instructions, we know where the hell we're going. And Denver ground, Delta 2806 with the weather, requesting requesting taxi to the active. What's going on, Grayson? Thanks for joining me, man. Appreciate you joining me on the stream here. Ground 127.5.
Delta 2806 Denver ground, roger, runway 17 right, taxi via Charlie Sierra, Mike 10.
17 right via Charlie Sierra, Mike 10. Alright, so we gotta change the runway. We gotta turn back.
Yakima ground.
Charlie Sierra, Mike 10. So it's a straight taxi in the opposite direction we gotta go.
West ramp with
But
information.
before we do that, we got
Delta,
17 right.
ready
Let's
to
just change it
taxi.
real quick right here.
Remember, 4922 Zulu, Yakima ground, runway 27, taxi via Alpha, cross runway 22 at taxiway Alpha.
Departure.
Runway 27, taxi via Alpha, cross runway
17
22
right,
at Alpha,
foot
220.
3, temporary flight plan, and looks like everything's the same. Good. And we just insert that. Good. And let's go to the unit and perf page. Takeoff data is still good.
Olympic ground.
Clear that.
destination,
Good to go. Alright, just gonna spin it around here. Spin it around to my left.
Number
I think.
24 Whiskey, ground,
Taxi
runway
light can come on.
17, taxi via Echo Bravo.
Runway 17 Echo Bravo, 24 Whiskey.
And we're just going to do a complete 180 here. Right into the baggage car. Immersion ruins. Actually, we'll miss it. Nope, right into the baggage car. Oh, that felt good. That taxi's nice. And let's check the flaps for takeoff to flap 1. There we go. And then we can press our takeoff config button, make sure we're good. Alright, flap 1 is still coming down. We'll check it here in a second. There we go. So we should be able to hit the takeoff config button. And config's normal. So we are good. We'll taxi out. This airplane is so quiet, man. Sometimes I gotta listen to see if the engines are running or not. And our taxi instruction was Charlie 5, Mike 10. Yep. Sorry, Charlie Sierra, Mike 10. And we are definitely going on Charlie Sierra right now. Okay, so we're in manage mode, altitude is set, flight plan is in, config is normal. I think we are good to go. And let's pull up a couple more frequencies here. We're going to need the tower frequency and then the departure frequency. Tower for 17 right is 133.3. Let's slow down and put that in here. 133.3. That's good. As a matter of fact, I'm going to switch over to tower right now. And then we can put in our departure frequency. It's one thing with Pilotedge, when you're flying this network, you got to have everything on point and ready to go and lined up. Alright, stop here for a sec. Just look at the charts. Alright, departure frequency out of here is 126.1. There we go. Let's put that in. 126.1.
American 686 descent at pilot's discretion, maintain flight level 240.
Alright, let's head over to our runway, which is straight ahead. Alright, Charlie Sierra and Mike 10 coming up. Nice.
Yakima Tower, Mitsubishi 49022 Zulu, short of runway 27.
November 49022 Zulu, Yakima Tower, runway 27, cleared for takeoff, wind calm.
Clear for takeoff, runway 27, Mitsubishi 49022 Zulu.
Alright, I think we're ready to go. It's either now or never. Basically, on this departure,
Bay Tower, citation 24 Whiskey's holding short. Runway
we're
17.
gonna climb.
Bravo,
We're gonna go
Bravo.
south on 17 and make a turn and go all the way back to
November
Mugabe.
24 Whiskey, Olympia Tower, wind
Okay,
200 at 6, gust 21, runway 17, cleared for takeoff.
Yep.
Runway
Make
17,
a
clear
right
takeoff.
turn out and go to Mugabe. So I say we're good to go. Alright, ready to go here. And Denver Tower, Delta 2806, ready to go. Runway 17 right.
Delta 2806, Denver Tower, runway 17 right, cleared for takeoff, wind 100 at 8.
17 right, clear for takeoff, Delta 2806. Alright, so we can turn on the runway turn-offs, takeoff lights, nose light can go to bright, and we can ding the flight attendants. We're good to go, and we can start up the clock here to run. Yep, let's get on this runway and head over to Salt Lake City. Alright, and it looks like we do have a slight crosswind coming towards the left side of the airplane based on that.
Approaching 17 right.
We sure are. There's no airplanes on final, that's good. And I'm going to try to hand fly this airplane up to about 10,000 feet or so, and then hand it over to the autopilots.
On runway 17 right.
Alright, we're 40% N1, engine stabilize. Let's bring it up to man flex. 40, here we go. Oh, that sounds good. Keep it on the center line here.
80 knots.
Checked.
level 3000 in
Yeah, that
060.
crosswind is hitting
November
me.
24
I
Whiskey
feel
under
it.
contact, Seattle departure.
V1 rotate 24.
V1,
Mitsubishi 22 Zulu contact, Chinook
rotate.
departure.
Over to departure, 220.
Nose coming up. Positive rate. Gears coming up.
Number 24
Back to
Whiskey,
climb.
Seattle departure, radar
And we're
contact.
gonna
Climb
make
and
that right
maintain
turn out.
15,000, 15,000.
Right there.
No, sorry, last call was for November 24 Whiskey. November 24 Whiskey, climb and maintain
Yeah, Denver
15,000,
is
radar contact.
hard to climb out of, man. It's high altitude takeoff, basically. Right, here we go. Over the ground. Heading south.
November 4922 Zulu,
We are in
Chinook departure,
flex
radar
climb,
contact.
that's good. Keep the nose down a little bit. On point. Nice. It's all open field out here. Look at the airport right there. That's beautiful. And we can bring up the slats here shortly. Once we straighten out, speed up. Slats can come in.
Citation 24 Whiskey, proceed direct to Ratty, join Victor 4, resume on navigation.
And Denver Tower, Delta 2806. Should I go to departure?
806, affirmative, about to get to you next, contact departure.
Over to departure, Delta 2806. Thank you. Over to departure. And departure, Delta 2806, 9,200 for 3 departure.
2806, Denver departure, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 20, correction, 210.
Flight level 210, Delta 2806. Alright, she hand flies nice. I gotta tell you, I'm still hand flying this airplane. Get the most out of it that I can. And it is beautiful. There's a constraint right here, 10,000 feet. So I gotta pull it back.
Mitsubishi 22 Zulu, contact Seattle,
I'm gonna
center
go ahead and fly the constraint also.
132.6.
You can tell right here on the primary flight display that's the constraint in magenta. There we go.
American 686, contact Albuquerque Center 128.45.
Speed's coming up, and once we pass the Mugabe, the constraint can go off and we can start climbing again. But we're at 10,000 feet. Let's bring on the autopilot. Take the workload off and bring it back to climb power. There we go, which we should have done a little bit a while ago.
American 686, Albuquerque Center, roger.
Not sure about the speed. Let's go back and manage speed.
November 4922 Zulu, Seattle Center, roger. Climb and maintain flight level 230.
I forgot to bring back on the auto throttle there. Alright, auto throttle's on. Go back into manage speed.
Citation 24 Whiskey, contact Seattle
To
Center
go. Airplane will
126.
slow down to the managed speeds, and we are in level climb right now. Good, perfect. Downtown Denver is off to my left over here somewhere. There it is. That's what I thought. Look at it.
Delta 2806, verify climbing, flight level 210.
Alright, climbing flight level 210, Delta 2806. Alright, turn off the restriction on the climb. Let's put it in open climb. Here we go. We're going to start climbing up there.
November 24 Whiskey, Seattle Center, roger.
Alright,
Climb
here
and
comes the
maintain 17,000,
So we
17,000,
got
Seattle
mountains in front of
altimeter
us.
2989er.
Alright, here's a climb. That's what I was looking for. Perfect. Kind of screwed it up just a little bit there, but hey, we recovered. Downtown is right over here. Maybe I should pay attention to flying, but hey, I like the scenery. Not too bad on the scenery. That's all you get out of
Mitsubishi
Denver.
22 Zulu, turn left, heading 180.
There she goes, towards the mountains. Hit the terrain radar here, make sure we're not going to run into anything. Climb is happening real fast, 3,000 feet a minute. And Let's bring off some lights. Ding the fast seatbelt sign. Let the crew know we're above 10,000. And we're going to flight level 210. That's good.
Mitsubishi 220 proceed direct to click attach VOR. That's
Turn off
Lima,
the
Tango, Juliet, join Victor 25 on
spoilers.
course.
We're good to go. And make sure the cabin is climbing. Cabin is climbing 400 feet a minute. And that's good. Temperature in the cabin is perfect. Alright, so we're all set up. We're greatly configured on this SID, and you can tell right now we're heading to Raffi. And we got to make above 12,000 at Rapids, which we are. We are already above it. And above 16,000 at Pickens. So we're good as far as altitude is concerned. We are not going to run into these mountains, I promise. So the climb's going good. Welcome back, awesome guy. Yeah, this guy on Pilotedge, he's controlling a very wide area, but it's all good. He's good and professional. Yeah, unless it's really busy, there's really not more than 2 controllers online. You're right. And unless it's really busy on a weekend, you'll have at least 3, sometimes 4, and a lot of times they have events where they have fly-ins and they'll have full staffing for everybody. But you kind of get used to not having different voices, like on Vansim. You kind of get used to that, you know. But it's not bad at all. Alright, we should be getting some clearance here and some handover to get higher. Alright, everything looks normal. We are good to go. Climbing over those mountains.
Mitsubishi 22 Zulu, contact Seattle, Thunder 125.1.
The pushback for this plane, Basti, I'm not sure.
2806, contact Denver Center 133.67.
Over to Denver Center 133.67.
American 686, descend via the Eagle 6 arrival, runway 26 transition, Phoenix altimeter 2978.
Alright, coming up in transition altitude.
American 686, 2978.
Standard. Good to go. Denver Center, Delta 2806, 1844, flight level 210.
2806, Denver Center, roger, climb and maintain flight level 380.
Going up to flight level 380, Delta 2806. Alright, that's our final clearance altitude, 380. That is set. Sweet deal. Ah, look at that view. That is nice. That's a nice view.
Remember, 4922 Zulu, Seattle Center, roger, climb
Yeah,
and maintain flight
Basti,
level
this
270.
plane might come with a pushback. I have no idea. Ever since Better Pushback plugin came out, I have not looked at any other kind of pushback for any other plane or any other add-on or nothing like that. Better Pushback just works, man. I've just always been using it, and that's it. I haven't used anything else since that, but I think it might come with its own. Flight Factor planes always come with almost everything that you need for it to fly. Yeah, going through the clouds. Ah, look at that immersion. That is beauty. This right here is X-Enviro at its best. Just give you that sense of flying through the clouds and speed and stuff. That's pretty awesome. This might be not non-ortho scenery. It looks good nonetheless. It really does. That might be non-ortho. Look at that. Yeah, Basti, you're talking about the forum comment. Which comment were you talking about? Because I made a bunch of comments today. I had some time and I went on the forum and responded to a bunch of people. But which one of the comments were you mentioning that you really liked that I was talking about, so I could talk about it some more?
Go ahead, sir. Station 24 Whiskey Roger, I will pass along.
Cabin temperature good, cabin altitude 7,000 feet, and we probably can turn off the fast seatbelt sign here shortly.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Flight Deck, I will be turning off the seatbelt sign shortly. We've got a top-notch cabin crew to serve you, and they should be able to begin that great service very soon.
Yeah, on the forums, there's a bunch of posts that people put up. One of them was about just this airplane and, you know, what this airplane is missing or whatever it needs or whatever. And a lot of people were saying that people should be grateful for this airplane because before this airplane came out, there was, other than the IXCG, there was really nothing, you know, on this level. The 7.5 and the 7.6 is good, and I like those airplanes, but this one, you know, is a special airplane, definitely. And then there's another forum post over on the other Airbus, and I didn't like that forum post over there because they were basically comparing the TOLIS A319 to this Airbus A320. Yeah, they're both Airbuses, they're both similar in many ways, but they're different airplanes, right? And
Station 24 Whiskey Roger,
I've been thinking about getting
10,000,
TOLIS,
10,000.
and one of the reasons to get to A319 is just to have variety of stuff to fly.
Yakima altimeters, 29 or
Support
7,
the developers and the product, and if the product is good, I'll definitely use it and support it. But what I didn't like about that particular forum post, they were just saying how the TOLIS is way better than this airplane, you know, and this airplane, it costs more money and it's supposed to be study level and it's not. And I was basically, what I basically said was, you can't compare this airplane with the TOLIS. The TOLIS is nice based on a lot of reviews and streams that I watch of it. It looks good, it functions properly, and they did come out the gate with a really good airplane, like really fully functioning airplane, barring the little bugs here and there that they got to clear up. It works good. But also, in my opinion, there's a certain kind of immersion factor that a lot of airplanes don't have. And the way to kind of tell is that, for me, the IXCG has full immersion value for one reason or the other. Meaning that when you're sitting in it, you can hear the rattle, the squeaks, and the roll. The handling, the flight model is on point. You feel like you're flying an old airplane. You know what I mean? The systems are in depth to such a level that it just feels brilliant versus what was out there before. I mean, I've flown the 757, but I wasn't really impressed. It worked, it functioned, but it felt sterile, you know. With the IXCG, it came out, it just felt alive in your hand when you're flying it, when you're interacting with it. The way the buttons flip, everything about it, those are detailed work. Well, the Flight Factor to me is that kind of airplane. It's the only Airbus, in my opinion, that we have that has that feeling to it. What are we missing here? Open climbs. Where are we? Open climb. Oh, we got a discontinuity. Okay, let's remove that. Okay, clear that. Direct RLG. I guess we had that, didn't realize. Okay, we're good to go. No. Let's go back into heading modes. We don't want to go direct RLG. We're going to go direct EKR.
Station 24 Whiskey, contact Chinook approach
Yep, there we go.
123.8.
Direct EKR. Perfect. Alright. So, for me, the flight factor, basically, is on that level of airplane where the overall way they did it just contributes to this thing where it feels alive.
Station 24 Whiskey, Chinook approach, Roger, expect
You
to
know,
look like
I
the
make
back one
fun
from
of the
approach
Airbus
from
all the
KDEN.
time because I keep saying that it's basically a computer with wings, and that's what it is. Because you gotta program everything in properly for it to fly properly, and it will fail you if you don't know how to set it up and program it. And I'm not even using a third of what the system is capable of, in my opinion. But other than that, and the way that the CERT, the guy who programs this stuff, did the program, it's in depth. There's
American 686, contact
systems
Phoenix
and layers
approach
of things that we haven't
128.65.
even don't have access to right now. You know, circuit breakers are all modeled. They're just not modeled to move, but they're behind it is a real working system. The textures, the graphics, the way the buttons flip, everything, and just the way it feels when you fly it is on a different level than the TOLIS. And I am going to get the TOLIS, I am going to fly it, I am going to stream it, because I want the variety. But the TOLIS is not the Flight Factor. They're in a completely different league, in my opinion. And that's basically what I was saying on the phone. You know, I
American
guess
686,
it's
Phoenix
human
approach, stay
nature to
altitude
compare
leaving. Also,
airplanes that are
verify
similar.
you have
Developers that have
information.
similar airplanes.
I can
It's
find it
human
here,
nature to do
Alpha,
that, but
for Phoenix.
what those
Expect
guys
a
were saying
visual first
outright
runway
was that,
26.
the TOLIS is just better and Flight Factor's garbage, and I was like, yeah, you know what, I can't read that anymore. That's just stupid. Those are dumb comments to make. And I left it at that. So, but
American 686,
I hope that's what
Roger,
you were
like.
talking about. That's what you were mentioning when I was talking about
Mitsubishi
it on the
22
forums.
Zulu, contact, contact Seattle Thunder
the feel of this airplane is just
135.15,
nice.
3515.
And I'll promise you guys that I'm going on vacation. Just a personal note here. I'm going to be going on vacation for about a week, starting next weekend. And between now and then, I want to grab the TOLIS if I can, and fly it on the stream here and go through it and see how it feels and have some fun with it. You know, because once I go away for a little while, the guys are not going to see me online for, I want to say, a little
Number
over a week or
49er,
so.
22
Let's
Zulu,
call it
Seattle
2
Thunder,
weeks,
Roger.
you know. So, but between now and then,
Station 24 Whiskey, cross KDEN at or above
this weekend, I'm
7,000,
not going to be
clear
able
to
to
low
fly.
clouds or
I'm going
back
to be busy
course.
this weekend.
Approach,
I got
runway
some shows
9er.
to go to 2 nights in a row this weekend, and it's going to be nice. So it's not going to be time for flying, but during the week next week I'm going to be flying, and probably going to be flying tomorrow and Friday. Definitely tomorrow and Friday. Thursday and Friday I'm going to be flying. Weekend I'm going to be off. Come back next week, and then the following weekend I'm going to go on vacation. But between now and then I'm going to grab the TOLIS airplane. We're going to fly it, and we're going to have fun with it, and we're going to comment on it and see what it's like. Because that's it, man. That's what we're here to do. We're here to fly. We're here to have fun. We're here to just check out the scenery, look at the ortho stuff, and just enjoy this hobby that we have. You know what I mean? That's what we're here for. That's what we're going to do.
American 686, yeah, expect the ILS runway 26 approach.
One thing I gotta say though, it's been a fun time in flight simming. I only started simming X-Plane 10. Never did P3D, never did FSX. I'm a Mac person, and when I discovered Flight Sim World, I only had a Mac at the time, and P3D and FSX didn't work on a Mac, and X-Plane was the only one who did that. So it's like, alright, I'll grab it. And went through X-Plane 10, learned the systems, learned the planes, learned how to set it up. You know, X-Plane 11 came out, I was like, alright, I didn't try any of the betas, but you know what, it was cheap enough, I bought X-Plane 11 when it was available. And I have to tell you, after upgrading my computer to a PC, and also started getting top quality add-ons for it, the enjoyment factor has gone up. And now it's exciting because a lot of people are coming on board. A lot of developers are coming on board. Orbix. And then now we no longer have to listen to those P3D and FSX people saying that we have no good steady level airplane, because guess what? Flight Factor is here, Tolus is here, IXCG is here, and there's many more. There's FlyJ Sim 737-200, the 727, and we have just so many good airplanes now that we can fly and enjoy. Scenery developers are going all out for us now. You know, all that stuff, man. It's really good. So I'm thankful for it, and it's exciting to see everybody stepping up for X-Plane and producing good scenery, good planes, and good content. So I'm happy. I really am. And then I got into the streaming thing, which now I'm addicted to, because I like flying with company. I like having you guys ride along with me while I'm flying. This just makes it more exciting to fly. Alright, we got 1,000 feet to go for 380, which maybe was a little bit too ambitious. I should have listened to my mind and stopped at 360, because we're coming up close to top of descent. Yeah, we are. We really are. So
American 686 cleared ILS runway 26.
We might start getting descent instructions pretty soon. See, that's what happened with SimBrief. It's very aggressive on the altitude that they think you can achieve in these flights. And I always knock off a couple thousand feet off of whatever altitude they propose to me. Especially for flights an hour or a little bit over an hour. But it's cool. We'll see what ATC says. Also learned a little bit more about the systems now, about the bleed system, which I touched by accident. I guess didn't realize it. Nice. And for you guys who joined me on the last stream, I discovered something that I didn't realize, that I have the Challenger 300, which I flew, and good airplane, but I realized I didn't have the latest update for it. I had the X-Plane 11 version, but there's a version 2 that I didn't have, and I downloaded that, and that is nice. That has better PBR reflections, it has a rain effect on a cockpit windshield, and a bunch of other stuff that makes it even nicer to fly. I was fooling around with it, was it yesterday or the day before, just looking at the different systems on it, and I'm going to be flying that more often too. That is nice to fly. It really is. So
Citation 24 Whiskey, contact Yakima Tower 133.
that we might jump into. When this flight is over, we're going to do another leg somewhere, and I'm not sure what plane I might fly. And I think I might fly that plane. I don't know. We'll see. We're going to Salt Lake City. Yeah. And Lehigh 5 to Salt Lake. We don't need a SID, but we need a star. Lehigh 5, here we go. Okay, let's turn off the fast seatbelt sign for these people. Because you're not going to be able to...
Number 24 Whiskey, Yakima Tower, roger. Wind calm at runway 9 or
Ladies and gentlemen from Flight Deck, I'm turning off the seatbelt signs at this time. However, as we cannot predict when there may be unexpected turbulences ahead, you should always do as we do up front and keep your seatbelt fastened when you are in your seat. Enjoy the flight. Thank you.
Man. Just love looking out the window at this Northwest scenery. It's beautiful.
Station 24 Whiskey, you're under cleared visual approach runway 9er, runway 9er clear to land.
Alright, let me look up the ATIS for Salt Lake City, because we should be descending soon. Salt Lake City ATIS, what are you doing? Alright, current landing runway 14, 16, and 17 into Salt Lake. And what did we set up for Salt Lake here? We have runway 16, alright, so we might get 16 right for Salt Lake. Based on the ATIS, that's what we're looking at. 16 right is here, okay, or 16 left, one of the two. Stick with 16 right for now. It is out of 110, 16 gusting 20. Wow. Wow, so it's coming from here, 16 gusting 20, straight down the runway. 10 mile visibility. Scattered 3,000 broken, 5,500 broken, 100. Temperature 13, altimeter 29064. Let's do that setup here real quick. Alright. Temperature 1313. C. QNH is 29064. And the wind is, what did I say, 110, 16 gusting 20.
American 686, contact Phoenix Tower 118.7.
Slash. So let's put 110, 16 gusting 20.
Station T4 Whiskey, exit left, join
16.
Alpha to the ramp, this frequency, so long.
Alright. That's cool. And let's also look at our runway. We said it was going to be 16 right we're set up for.
American 686, Phoenix Tower, runway 26, clear to land, wind 240 at 6.
The model matching with Pilotedge is actually very good. As long as most of the airplanes are in there already. And if you have some special airplane, you can ask Keith to drop it in, but most of it works, and most of it is good and ready to go. But yeah, it works pretty good with the model matching. Okay, let me see the MDA on 16, even though we don't need it, the weather is nice. 4423. Precision altitude 4423. Right, sorry. Precision altitude, there we go. Alright, so we're all set up here. Did we get a recalculated top of descent? Oh yeah, we did. Alright, we're good to go. We are on point with altitude and stuff. But from what I could tell with the model matching with Pilotedge, it's good. Also, what I like is it's got what's called ground clamping.
Yeah, that's no problem at all, Victor.
Meaning that no matter what sim you're using, as long as you're connected to Pilotedge, there's not going to be any airplanes floating above or below the runway or below the airport elevation. Once you get close enough, it automatically drags your plane to be on level with the ground. So you know, sometimes you're on VATSIM and you see people floating above you at the gates, or you see a little shark fin sticking out the ground. That's somebody below you. Pilotedge has ground clamping. That's what they call it, and it's pretty good and it works. Just that we don't get to see it a lot because it's not that busy or as busy as VATSIM is, you know. But it's It's pretty good. It works. And another subject today, I commented on a YouTube video by Wyclef Barrett this morning. He was saying that he doesn't like the forums where the developer announces a product a year in advance or more or less or whatever, and then, you know, everybody's asking, when is it ready, when is it ready, when is it ready, how comes it's not ready yet? And he was saying basically, you know what, everyone should do like Tolis, say little to nothing about your project until it's to a state where you're very close to completion, and once it's ready, then you release it. But you don't have people in the forum just going off about how developers are taking too much time and they want the product now and all this other stuff. You know, just like this plane, people are like, release it, release it, release it. You know, when it was in closed beta, I had the first one, and people were like, you need to release it now. And then they got the plane, a few things don't work, and they start complaining that it doesn't work, you know. So I know a lot of developers do it for the publicity, to make sure that they have a good audience base to buy the product when it comes out. That's why they announce it ahead of time. But sometimes it can get annoying, so I stay away from those forums. For instance, one main one that I stay away from is the 737 Ultimate. Give me a second here, guys. 1 second. Yeah, so the 737
686 taxi via Charlie
Zeba
7
mod
and
is
Charlie to
beautiful,
the ramp this frequency.
but they're coming out with the 737 Ultimate, and they announced it a long time ago. It's freeware. It's going to be free. But the problem is, it's been dragging on so long
686 taxi via Charlie
and
7
so
and
much
Charlie to the ramp.
that you kind of just get tired of it. Everybody's asking when.
No, 2806 contact Salt Lake Center 135.77.
135.77 today. 3577. Salt Lake Center, Delta 2806, flight level 380.
Nope, 2806 Salt Lake Center, roger. Descend at pilot's discretion. Maintain flight level 240.
At pilot's discretion, maintain flight level 240, Delta 2806. Alright, gonna get descent instructions soon. Let's see how far away managed descent is. Managed descent is about 40 miles away. Okay, not managed, profile. Yeah. So in about 20 miles I can hit that open descent button and then let it pick up. Alright, we'll watch it and see. But yeah, the 737 Ultimate is coming out, and they just need to release the thing. You know, I'm getting tired. You're right, awesome guy. I get tired of reading and, oh, it's coming, and they're showing screenshots. Like today I saw a screenshot of the 737 Ultimate preview, and the screenshot was basically an outside picture, which looks just like this. There is no different from what we currently have. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure it's going to have some nice stuff in there. But with the Zebo now having a cabin included in it, plus the RG mod, I mean, it makes you think, like, what else can they put into the airplane to make it
who are you looking
more
for?
exciting? I did hear that they're going to have some kind of EFD
go back
in
to the
there,
last
some
frequency
kind of
to get the one I
iPad or
just
something
gave you
like
the
that.
wrong one.
So if they're coming out with an iPad on it, and if they do the sharklets for free, the wingtips, you don't have to, for people who don't have the RG mod or don't want to buy it, then that's good to go. You know. So it's not a bad thing, but it's just that the talk, it's coming. I got a phone in the background here. Uh-oh. I'm leaving that. I hope that iPad is going to be nice. I hope it's going to be functional where I can... Because this thing spoiled me, where I have my charts here, and I can bring up my Navigraph on it. Just a browser alone would be helpful, man. I mean, I only pull up these two things, but there's so much more we can pull up in this browser. And play music and all that stuff. And I'm hoping that the browser is as good. If it is, yeah, it's gonna be even nice. But they should just release it now. They might be just waiting for perfection, and you know, can't really blame them. But hey, it would be nice. Definitely be nice to have. Oh, they're also going to have, let's see, custom airline announcements. That's not bad. I guess that's going to come with the F-mod. Or integrated in the new F-mod. Oh, that's cool. And you can control the sky interior too. Yeah, sky interior is nice. I've seen the 800 Max, Southwest Max planes with the sky colors. That is nice. That's nice to have. What plane am I waiting on release? Oh, okay, I can answer that one, John. I'm waiting on the TBM 950. It's a single engine turboprop. It's being developed right now by this guy called Todorico. He's the one who developed the RAS system for this airplane that announced the runways and the glide slope and stuff. He's also the guy that's doing the weather radar for this plane. He's developing a TBM 850. And that TBM 850 is going to be study level. Let me just use that word. It's going to be good. So when that comes out, I'm going to be happy for it. I usually don't fly turboprops anymore since I've flown the Cessna, default Cessna and X-plane, and since I've flown the default Barons, just to learn how to fly in this thing. I haven't touched it, man, since I got the IXCG and start flying airliners. So that will put me back into flying a turboprop, a prop plane. But the TBM 950, the TBM is a capable airplane. If you guys know what's his name fly it on YouTube, and it can go up to good cruise altitude, what, 23,000 feet, 25,000 feet. It's pressurized cabin. It's fairly fast. So yeah, that's the one I'm looking for, definitely. Yeah, the Ultimate is definitely going to have the 73 and the 739 and the 737 700 series. Yeah, it's pretty good. Not sure what the differences are between those airplanes. You know, they all have the same NG configuration, but we'll see. Alright, let's go to open descent on this. Open descent shows up on the primary flight display, and it's going to just maintain a certain descent at idle, engine idle, throttle idle, that's what it says right here. And then once it picks up the glide slope, see it's dropping below the glide, picks up the glide slope and be on VNAV path. So we're descending. We are descending.
Delta 2806 cross Spain at maintain flight level 190, Salt Lake City is landing south.
Cross Spain at our flight level 190, Salt Lake is landing south, Delta 2806. Alright, so we already have Spain at 190, that's good.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, we're just about to begin our descent, and I will be turning on the seatbelt signs shortly. So please return to your seats as soon as you can. Thank you.
The 73 Max, the 900, I mean, I've been watching a bunch of videos on that on YouTube. Southwest has it, WestJet has it, and a bunch of other airlines. That full glass cockpit, it's nice. Yeah, it looks really nice. I'm going to be jumping on one of those Max in real life soon. And I'm going to see if I can get to at least take a picture of the cockpit and have a have a nice in-person preview of it. Also, it has engine start switches like this. It doesn't have the old-fashioned lift and pull fuel thing, you know, for the engines. It has something similar to the Airbus for the engine start. That's what I saw on it. Screens are huge, like iPad 10 screens. So it's gonna be, yeah. That's going to be nice to have, man. Alright, how is our descent going? We're at open descent. We're still below the profile, which is not bad. Speed's under control, so we don't have to put in any speed brakes. Yeah, that's good. We'll keep going with that. Yeah, I did check the weather going to Salt Lake, and it did have overcast skies and stuff. Oh, nice. You're going to be on a Max soon, too? Awesome guy. Yeah, that's good. That's good. If you get a chance, man, just when you board and just say, hey, listen, is it possible to take a picture of the flight deck? Just ask. They might say yes, they might say no, but make sure you have your phone in hand so you can snap a pic. Because I'm going to be doing that shortly. And I'm definitely going to ask. I'm not going to have any shame. I'm just going to say, hey, you know what? I'm a fan of the airplane. Can I get a picture of the cockpit? See what they say. I'm going to ask. Check the weather in Salt Lake, because when I looked at it earlier, and you put on the layers, you put on weather radar, there it is. That's what it looks like. This is Salt Lake City right here, and the weather is going this way, so we're beating this coming in. So if we're maybe 30 minutes later, we would have bad winds coming in here. So that's what Salt Lake looks like. We're in a clearing right now, but we might not be when we're landing. Okay, that's cool. I'll take it, because we were doing KDEN. Hold on a second, guys. Give me 1 second here. 1 second.
American 343 Albuquerque clearance. Good evening. Cleared at Tucson Airport. Boss 3 departure. Sicardo transition that is filed. Climb at via the SID. Squawk 5621. American 343, read back, correct.
Hey guys, sorry about that. Just got a call from my wife. She got diverted to Chicago. Nice. Wow. Alright, flight level 240 coming up. Yeah, it looks like the weather is bad going in there. Salt Lake City, severe weather, storm. Not a good time to fly in. Well, you know what? There's always an auto land for this, so we'll see what happens. You're going to be doing Denver to Boston, Southwest. If you can get them, they definitely should use the MAX on a Boston-Denver flight. I mean, but yeah, absolutely. If you can, definitely jump on it, man. It's good. Yeah, and FlightAware has a good list of aircraft, definitely, John, to tell you, you know, what you're more likely to get coming out of Boston to go over there. But yep. We got some bad weather over here in Salt Lake. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how the airplane holds up to it. Alright, we had our constraint right here for Spain, so we're going to be leveling off. Alright, not a problem. We're good to go. And let's go ahead and turn on the fast seatbelt sign for now because we're probably going to get busy. Seatbelts can come on. Beacon on. Ah, we didn't have a strobe on. Oh well. Might have to bring on the anti-ice and all that stuff. Let's see how good Xenviro models the weather going in here and if it's up to date with the current weather. Let me actually go and look at the weather again, make sure it didn't change from what it was. Refresh it. Usually I'm able to play the ATIS, but for some reason it's not working lately.
Broken.
Here we go.
Temperature 16. 2.6. Altimeter 2960. Visual approach runway 14, 16 left, 16 right, 17, in use. Departing runway 14, 16 left, 16 right, 17. Read back all runway assignments, and bold short instructions. All VFR departures, contact clearance delivery with your aircraft type, initial heading, and requested cruise altitude. Advise on initial contact you have Oscar. Salt Lake City International Information Oscar. 2354 Zulu. Wind, 140 at 14. Gust 22. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 5,000. Ceiling 10,000 broken. 14,000 broken. Temperature 16. 2.6. Altimeter 2960. Visual approach runway 14, 16 left, 16 right, 17, in use. Departing runway 14, 16 left, 1.
Alright, we got the ATIS. So, we know at least, let's see, 29060, is that what we set? Let's check the perf real quick. 29064, 29060. Temperature is 16. Okay, so the temperature's gone up a little bit. And the wind was 14012, 140-12. Okay, work with that. So things change. Transition altitude is 18,000 feet. Updated 131. So the VLS came down just a little bit. All right. You said you had a lightning strike 6 miles away from you? It's not good, man. Wow. Wow. Yeah. So you are in Salt Lake, man. Yeah, lightning, even 6 miles away, can blow up stuff in your house. I've seen it. In my line of work, I've seen what lightning can do, and it's not fun at all. It's absolutely not fun what lightning is capable of. Stay safe, man. Stay in the middle of the house. And don't go close to any metallic objects, but for real though, stay safe.
Zulu, reset transponder, squad 6052, receiving a duplicate.
Alright, awesome guy. Just stay safe, man. Just stay indoors. Wow.
Mitsubishi TC Zulu, reset transponder, squad 6052, receiving a duplicate beacon.
Alright, we should be getting descend via soon.
Delta 2806, contact Salt Lake approach 128.1.
Over to Salt Lake approach 128.1. Good day. Yep, 128.1. Called it. Alright, we have information Oscar. Salt Lake approach, Delta 2806 with information Oscar, flight level 240.
Delta 2806, Salt Lake approach, roger. Expect visual approach, correct, I'm sorry, expect an ILS approach runway 16 left or runway 16 right, your choice.
16 right preferred, Delta 2806. And we'll expect the ILS 16 right, Delta 2806.
Delta 2806, roger, expect that.
Good. Alright, we're set up for 16 right, so that's why I requested it. That's
and
fine.
Delta 2806, descend via the Lehigh 5 arrival, landing south.
Descended for the Lehigh 5 arrival, landing south, Delta 2806. Alright, good. Let's put it back in managed. And let's get some altitude under her here. There we go. So we're in manage mode, and it will start the descent soon. Throttle idle, descent is selected. Yep, we're good to go. Start going down. More drag is required. No, we don't. We are fine with the drag here. And 17,000, 15,000 at dry, 11,000 at pit. Let's set it to 11,000. And watch descent happen here like magic. So funny, my phone hasn't stopped ringing, man. Just calls keep coming in. We might have to put on anti-ice here, I think. This little thing right here, I discovered that it's a tube that if ice builds up on it, it's a visual indicator that there's icing on the wing or whatever, something like that. Gotta research that some more, but that's what I heard. Alright, let's pull my seat up. We're gonna be coming through the clouds here. And with the outside air temperature of -4, -24, I'm going to turn on the anti-ice as soon as we hit the clouds. And we're setting up for the ILS for this runway over here. Alright. Yeah, drag is definitely required. Let's put some drag out. Flaps. There she goes. Flaps coming out. Good slats. And slowly peek through the ortho. That's moisture. I'll go ahead and put on anti-ice. Engine 1 and 2 and wing anti-ice here. I feel like falling out of the sky today. Let's go full on this. Alright, standard pressure can come up. And
altimeter setting.
Yes, altimeter was 2960. Let's change that. Alright, we are on profile. We can speed brakes can go back in. Speed brakes still out. No, they're going back in. Good. Here we go. Awesome. Here comes the clouds. Oh, that's just gorgeous. This is why you fly X-plane right here. Just going through the clouds, man. My God, you can't beat that. Look at that. I can imagine what this feels like and looks like when VR is ready to go and mainstream and popular, man. Flying this on a VR should be just ridiculous. Alright, in the clouds. We're in the soup. We might be in the soup for a while too. This is why you have your terrain radar, so you know you're not going to be flying into a mountain or something like that. So with this approach, we're going to go downwind, make a right, and come back into 16 right. Pretty simple. And as long as we set up the altimeter in the airplane, keep it in manage mode for as long as possible, we should be good to go. We'll see what this airplane is made
American
of.
343 ground, runway 21, taxi via Alpha,
If he's already
Charlie
checked.
Echo, cross runway 26 at taxiway Charlie.
Let's put it down to 10,000. Oh, we're breaking out. Look at that. Nice. Oh, we got traffic here. 2,000 feet below, crossing under me. Won't be able to see them. Let's bring the range back. Yeah, it's going to be off to our right. There we go. We got some ground there, out there. Nice. Oh, that is beautiful. Came out the clouds. X-Enviro is supposed to be coming out with some more volumetric clouds than these. I saw some screenshots and they look good. But they should stop putting out previews though. They should just show the damn things. They should just put it out when it's ready. Wow. Nice. And we got the field here. Here's the field. We're going to go downwind, come around, and land right there.
Number 35 Victor Hotel, Phoenix departure clearance on request.
Behaving beautifully. Yes. Nice. I'm going to bring on the outboard lights. Bottom altitude on this is what? 11,000.
Remember,
So
35
that's where we
Victor
gotta
Hotel,
stay.
cleared from
That's
the
good.
Glendale Municipal Airport to Gillespie Airport, as filed.
11,000 is
Maintain
coming up.
flight level
Very good.
210, expect flight level 260 within
And the speed's gonna
10
come
minutes
back.
after departure. Departure frequency 119.2, squawk 2435, hold for release.
This is why you fly. These kinds of views is why you fly. Alright. We came through the clouds, no problems. Let's turn off the anti-ice. We probably didn't need them, but hey. Good.
I think
Anti-ice
5
is
Victor
off.
Hotel 2435 is the transponder code. I think 5 Victor Hotel, read back correct
Speed's
advance
coming
number
back.
1 for departure on 119.2.
Downtown Salt Lake. Look at the X-Enviro just effects through the clouds, man, through the mountains. Can't beat that. Jeez. Can't imagine flying in here in real life. Alright, I'm gonna pay attention to flying. Salt Lake City. Alright, manage mode, manage speed, manage altitude. You know what? We should have been at 10,000, not 11. I think we screwed up, but we'll see if we get yelled at. No, we're at 11. It's over. Yeah, we're good. 11 is what we should be at. 250 knots is good. Should be seeing the airport shortly. Yep. There we go. That's the field. And we should be getting descent instructions here coming up. Come back around and land. This is our runway right here over to the right. Alright, let's pay attention to flying. Okay, we got one traffic here out here on final for the left side runway. We can we see that traffic. Maybe not. Yeah. Alright, waiting for instructions, sir. Alright, let me activate the approach mode. Approach phase activated. So speed should be coming down.
Delta 2806, descend to maintain 900,000.
9,000, Delta 2806. I'm going to put some drag in so we can achieve the approach speeds that we need and descend at the same time. Oh, we got more traffic out here. Another one in final, another one to my left. Alright, ding the cabin. And once we turn final, we'll turn on all the lights. And let's see, we can go to green dot speed, go flap 1, and follow the profile down. See, the flap schedule on this is 230 knots for flap 1. We're there already. One flap is 215, 200 for flap 2. A line of traffic out here. Interesting. Descend quicker than this. Let's go flat 2. There we go. We're good there. Alright, good.
American 343 Albuquerque Tower, wind to 170 at 18, runway 21 cleared for takeoff. Delta 2806, turn right heading 080.
Right heading 080, Delta 2806. Alright. Gonna go back over the lake, and we can put in the speed brakes. Yes. So the next thing we do is going to go gear down, flap 3, and then flap full.
Delta 2806, descend to maintain 8,000.
8,000, Delta 2806. Alright, let's do it this way. And let's do the landing mode there. Approach mode has been activated.
Delta 2806, turn right heading 130, intercept the runway 16 right, localizer track inbound.
Right heading 130, intercept the runway 26 right, localizer track inbound. Delta 2806. 130 was, there you go, 130. Alright, should be picking it up now. Here we go. We have the glide slope here and the localizer off to our left.
Delta 2806, 2 miles from Euphemy, cross the Euphemy at or above 8,000, cleared ILS runway 16 right approach.
Cross Euphemy at or above 8,000, clear for the Atlas, 16 right approach, Delta 2806.
American 343.
Right. Localizer is good. Glide slope is armed, we're going to maintain 8,000. And then let's let them know.
Cabin crew, please prepare cabin for landing.
Cabin
American
lights.
343 Albuquerque departure, radar
Taxi
contact.
lights can come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now on our final approach. I'd like to thank all of you for flying with us today. We appreciate the business and we hope to see you
There's a
again
runway.
soon. Thank you.
Alright, so we are going to be landing. Auto brake too low. Arm the spoilers. Lights are out. We are set. Landing config is good. And here comes the ILS in. We'll drop the gears at about 5 miles out. Yeah, I'm still learning how to manage all these modes on this airplane, but so far so good. I'll take it. You gotta do a lot more studying, a lot more watching.
November 35 Victor Hotel Phoenix departure,
comes the
roger,
glide
time
slope. We're good to go.
0027, clearance void if not off within
Ooh.
3 minutes.
Anybody saw
Report
that
airborne
lightning?
on course, release for
I
departure.
just saw lightning there a while ago. Are you kidding me? Too bad XNVIR is not generating any rain. Yep, there it is. I just heard it.
35 Victor Hotel, read correct.
Yep, lightning.
Mitsubishi 22 Zulu, descend to
Are you
pilot
kidding?
discretion, maintain flight level
Wow.
240.
And the weather just got bad. We're on glide slope, we're on localizer. You know what? Let's arm that. Do a dual Cat 3 just in case. Here comes the rain. And here comes the wipers. Yep. Just got nasty out. Alright, let's go gear down. We're about 10 miles out, I think. Yeah. But we're going to go full config on this just to make sure everything is covered. No rain effect. Damn it, XNVIRO. What's wrong with you? Let's go flap 3.
November 35 Victor
Flat
Hotel
full.
Phoenix departure, IDO.
Yeah, we've got a bad crosswind right now. Jeez. Awesome guy was right. This is not
5
pretty.
Victor Hotel, radar contact 20 miles northwest of Phoenix Airport. Altitude indicates 3,700, maintain flight level 210.
Here I thought I was going to get a visual to the runway, but no. I got a crosswind landing.
Delta 2006, contact Salt Lake Tower 132.65.
Over to tower 132.65. Good day. Salt Lake Tower, Delta 2806, ILS 16 right.
Delta 2006, Salt Lake Tower, wind 260 at 21, gust 36, runway 16 right, clear to land.
16 right, clear to land, Delta 2806. So right now the
American
wind is
343,
a
contact
crosswind,
Albuquerque
but
Center,
when we get there,
134.6
the wind
for
should
higher.
be facing us, hopefully, without a problem. 5 miles out. Alright. Flat full. Gear down. 3 greens. On the glide slope. And let me just take a look and see the missed approach on this. Hopefully I don't have to fly it.
American 343,
Missed
Albuquerque Center,
approach is
roger,
to
climb and
turn
maintain flight
right.
level 340.
Heading 300 and go to Statco and hold. Let's hope we don't have to do that. Let's hope we land this safely. Alright, here comes the rain. So that's our runway here. This wind is wrong. Holy crap. Check. Above ground, that is. Alright, I'm like seriously nervous right now. The jar design doesn't even compare to this airplane. Not even half the price. I would save up and wait until you get the full price and get this airplane. Don't get the jar. It's only bad things happen with that airplane.
Approaching 16 right.
This is right. This is wrong. I'm getting a 28 knot crosswind. How is that possible? Thank God the airplane is holding it, but this should have been a straight wind towards me. 30 knot crosswind.
500.
Wow. Well, we're going to take it in anyway. Wish me luck. Auto braid is going to go to medium on this one. Thank you, S-Enviro.
100 above.
Look at that crab.
300. Minimum 200.
So I got to kick the nose to the left. I should do it.
100. 50. 40.
There's the
30,
flare.
20. 10. Retard. Retard. 5.
Alright, I'll take it from here. We'll land it. Reversers out, speed brakes out.
Caution, on taxiway.
Whoa.
On taxiway.
Yeah, we're sliding all over the place here. X-Enviro screwed us up. We had a 30 knot crosswind, which is not even fun. Jesus. Thank God we're in a sim. Wow. Oh man, we went right off the runway. Rudder or no rudder. It just took us right off the runway. I had full left rudder on that, and we just slid off. Alright. We'll exit here. At Alpha Bravo. Taxi over to the terminal. Jesus. Stop here, get our composure back. Pray that wasn't a real landing in a real airplane.
Delta 2006 exit left, taxi to the ramp via Alpha Echo, monitor ground to 123.77. Have a good day.
To the ramp, Alpha Echo, monitor ground 123.77 today.
Epic 5 Victor Hotel, contact Albuquerque Center 134.32 prior.
123.77. Alright, monitor ground. And we need to bring these flaps in. Bring the slats in also. Here we go, we're coming up. We got the APU flap open. APU should be coming available. And our taxi should be straight across here to the ramp. Alpha Bravo to Echo. Good deal. And we can turn off the runway turn-off lights, inboard lights, turn off the strobe lights, leave the beacon on, and leave the taxi light, just the taxi. Right there. Alright. Take that.
American 342, okay, roger, thanks. Number 35 Victor Hotel, Albuquerque Center, climb and maintain flight level 260.
Let me do something for experimentation purposes. Give me 1 second, guys. Plug in, X-Enviro is off. Alright? Go here, go custom weather, and we're going to do match real world conditions, download the weather. See? 16 gusting 20 knots. Broken, scattered, no rains. I'm going to start flying with color. Let's turn these wipers off. Clouds are just rolling in here, and if it's raining we should see the rain effect on the windshield. Terrain radar can come off. And we're going to taxi straight over to the Delta gates. That's the one thing that pisses me off with X-Enviro, is just that it doesn't show the rain effect on the windshield, and this aircraft's got such a beautiful rain effect. So I'd say X-Enviro got the weather wrong on this one. Definitely did. Weather should have been a whole lot different with the winds. It had a 26 knot crosswind all the way down, gusting 30, and it should have been a more of a headwind coming out of 110. It's gonna load in that wind again, but hey, can I tell you? All right, but we got to Salt Lake. Wasn't a bad flight at all. Here comes X-Enviro loading in the rain all over again. I'm gonna go over to our right here. We can turn on the APU bleed. There. And take one of the gates over here to our left. Take Echo, what's this one? Echo 20. Alright, good to go. What's going on with my nose wheel steering? Did I turn it off? Accident? Yeah, it's on. And flight control. My rudder's working. Nose wheel steering stopped working? Oh, there it is. Okay. I was gonna say. Let's take this gate right here. We're gonna let people off in the rain today. It's not even a gate. It's all good. Let them off in the rain. How the hell not? Stop the clock. Thank you, sir. Hit you. There we go. There you go. Thank you. Alright. Parking brake can come on. Disarm that. Kill the engines. There you go. Turn off the fast seatbelt sign. Beacon light can come off. Nav light stays on. And good to go. Kill the fuel pumps. I need to have them running. Well, welcome to Salt Lake. Our 14-minute flight. And not bad, except for that landing, which was, I blame X-Enviro for it. It's not my fault that we had such a massive crosswind, but hey, whatever, we'll take it. Let's go outside and bring up the stairs.
BCTC Zulu contact Oakland Center 132.2.
Here comes the door. Here comes the stairs. Good to go. And we gotta unload all these people's baggage in the rain. Why not? It's raining outside. Alright. We're here, folks. We are in Salt Lake City with nasty rainy weather. Not a bad flight. Short and sweet. The approach coming in was nice. Clouds were nice.
Number
The scenery was
1720
beautiful.
Papa, NorCal departure squad
Except the wind was
5660,
wrong,
maintain VFR.
You know what? Not going to complain. But since